How do you do, fellow racists, gamers, schizophrenics, and people who enjoy running? This is my update. I think I made a video about a week ago, but I can't remember exactly when. Days really have been blurring into each other recently. But I've got out for a run. I'm meant to be running every day, but I just haven't been doing that. So this is the first time I've run in about a week. Now, at no point did I commit to any sort of running schedule, but I have run, so nobody can say that I haven't done any training for this half marathon. I just went out for a 10k, and my time was pretty abhorrent. As you can see from the watch here, that is 49:52 for about 10k. And I was going through the town, and there were some moments where I was pretty slow, and I just had to wait for lights, so maybe I could have done it faster, but then I got a bit of a breather as a result too. Put that in comparison, my best time for a 10k is, roughly speaking, 45 minutes, and that was about 2 years ago when I was at my peak. So, not great, not terrible. I mean, some people would be pretty pleased to be able to do a, roughly speaking, 8-minute mile. Me? No, not 8-minute mile. Eight minutes per mile, something like that, if I can get the arithmetic in my head properly done. But I'm not particularly happy with that. That's very much me at my laziest, and me at my poorest. The weather was good today. It was very, very warm. It was surprisingly sunny as well. This is probably the nicest we're going to get for October, and it's only going to get worse from here. It's going to get colder, and I still need to get out. I've been trying to go to the gym as well. Did some work on the rowing machine the other day. I consider the rowing machine to be one of the few alternatives to running as an effective aerobic exercise. There are many types of ineffective aerobic exercise that people waste their time on. The rowing machine is not one of them. It's actually very good, and that gets my seal of approval. I hadn't done the rowing machine in a while, and I did just 8 minutes, 2,000 meters on the rowing machine, and I was really keen to get that done in under 8 minutes, and that was a real sprint. I got off and I was so exhausted because you have to use both your legs and your arms at the same time. Very, very good to improve your heart and lung capacity. So I consider that to be a good way of getting my heart and lung capacity back up to where it needs to be to do a good half marathon. So my goal is to do ideally 2 to 3 more runs this week. I could be running every day, but realistically speaking, I'm not going to do that. 2 to 3 runs a week is the most that I can ever really motivate myself to do, and so that's a reasonable goal to aim for. The rest of the time I'm probably just going to be lazing around and twiddling my thumbs and arguing with people on the internet. That's my manifesto for today. Millions must run, but short of millions, I will tolerate the complete obliteration of the race known as the 400 meters. And I will also tolerate more running from the Crowleys. I watched your videos, well, some parts of it. I skipped through a lot of them because they're really bloody long. Like, I mean, who has time to hear you monologuing for like 20 minutes? And then, what was the one that Crowley the Younger released? It's 38 minutes and 59 seconds. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that, nigga! So... No, I didn't watch the whole thing, but I've skipped through a lot of them, and it's kind of good. You guys are actually taking their training, your training seriously. I'm not. I mean, how do I put this? Miles must be run. Death to the 400 meters. Show no mercy. Show no mercy. What were my thoughts when I was running today? It was a surprisingly easy run, which is a good sign, because it means I probably could have run faster. Always try and push myself faster, but not to the point where I'm going to collapse and stop, but to the point where I can just about maintain it. Where I feel like any faster and I'll be puffing myself out, but any slower and it would seem too easy. I don't like to take videos when I'm running, because if you're taking a video when you're running, it means that you brought your phone with you. And if you brought your phone with you, then you're a bloody TikTok zoomer. And yeah, somebody pointed out for the last video that I filmed it vertically. I'm being infected by these poisonous modern trends. So I've decided to film this video horizontally to be, base and trad-pilled like all of my, favorite skibbity gooners out there who want to dab on the normies and the young people, Zoomers, broccoli tops. Fuck them. Yeah. Honestly, this feels good to be very, very blatant and honest with people and put it on a public forum that will permanently ruin my reputation. I feel like I'm holding too much in these days. I don't feel like I'm being transparent enough with people about all of the things that I'm doing to save the West and lead the Aryan people to Hyperboria. So, yeah. I'm going to publish this on YouTube and see how much I can get away with and see how long it takes for it to completely ruin my life. See if anyone cares. The thing is, nobody does care. That's the thing. You can say anything you want these days and nobody gives a shit. I think one of the biggest mistakes you can make in life is thinking too much about how people are going to perceive you. The more honest I've been, the easier things have got. The more I've tried to hide and be deceptive with people, the more it never seems to have the effect that I want it to have. So, honesty is good, even if it means that I get dragged kicking and screaming off to a mental hospital and pumped full of schizophrenia drugs. And sweet, sweet lithium. But yeah, anyway. Good luck with the running. Keep it up. It's good for your physical health. It's good for your mental health. It annoys people who don't like fitness. It keeps the property prices up in the area. Yeah. What's not to love? Keep it up, boys. Love you both.